Good morning. This is Brian Hickman, and I'm happy to be with you this morning, January 11th, 2011. It's great to have a 2010 behind us. We had an excellent year in 2010. We were up in sales about 10%. We had from 2009 to 2009 sales were about 3,200 total sales, and that's single family dwelling. And 2011 we had about 3,650, so we were up about 10%. The total sales, which include commercial lots, single family, and everything else, we had approximately 4,300 sales, and we were up about 10% in that category as well. So we did very good last year, and I think that we're heading for that same trend this year. The one thing that I will note is that our notice of defaults kind of steadied off at the end of last year. We think that the pressure on the banks from the government may have led to the banks holding on to some of those things. So the notice of defaults in December of last year were about 200, and that number has since jumped for January so far, we think, and we think it will continue to be high this year, as we believe that the next year to 18 months we're going to see a lot of foreclosures still hitting the market. Now, our inventory has kept pretty steady this whole last year. We've been anywhere from 9.5 months to about 12 months of inventory. So we have currently about 1,870 properties on the market, and that's single family homes. Now, there is one thing that keeps on keeping on, and that's location. Location of some of these properties has become somewhat of a normal thing, actually, because location's always the major seller in and the major contributor in what a property should be or will be worth. So at any rate, some of those properties that are in the better locations don't seem to be coming on the market, or when they do, they get snatched up by one or buyer, or we see multiple offers on those right now. The other thing I kind of wanted to touch on real quick is the fact that tomorrow we will be having our yearly economic summit for St. George, and what that is a forecast of things to come here in St. George. The speakers are going to be Dr. Charles Sorensen, the CEO of Intermountain Healthcare, and also Jerry Atkin, who is the CEO of SkyWest Airlines. And the other big thing that we'll be getting a lot of data from that economic summit that I will be presenting probably next week on my blog. Some other things that will be very beneficial to anybody who's looking to purchase property in the near future here in St. George, whether it be investment wise or whether it be for a main home or even a second home. At any rate, I'll be presenting that next week. The other thing that I want to touch on is that there will be 7 new companies that are going to be named tomorrow in that economic summit, which I will also tell you what those companies are next week, that are coming to St. George. The groundbreaking of the new St. George Airport is going to be tomorrow, so that's a very big thing for us as well. It's been many years in the making. In fact, I remember back, it's been probably 20 years we've been talking about it. So it's going to be a great thing tomorrow afternoon. The groundbreaking will take place about 3 o'clock over at the new airport. And as I know that I believe the last day that planes are going to be flying in to the old airport is going to be January 15th. After that date, they'll be using the new airport. So that's a great thing for St. George, and we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to being able to broaden our horizons with bigger companies that want to relocate here, and we know and hope that this is going to be a great thing for our area. So thanks for listening, and again, Brian Hickman, I appreciate it. If you have any comments or questions, please email me at hickman@infowest.com, or you can call me on my cell phone. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful afternoon. Don't forget to visit my website at brianhickman.com, and that will allow you to see these blogs as well as look at the MLS. I've got free MLS search. I've got information on St. George and the surrounding areas on my website. And then again, I've got my email, which is hickman@infos.com. If you have any questions, concerns, or just want to chat about what's going on, give me an email, and I'd be more than happy to help you in any way I can. Thanks again.